Welcome to the Tortured Superhero. In this segment, I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man and giving a synopsis of his mental health. My name is Desiree Shaw. I'm a psychotherapist, and my aim is to make therapy accessible and change the world one thought at a time. Peter Parker, the reality of Spider-Man, the nerdy kid, very clever. He had a keen interest in science, didn't have any friends, bit of a loner, gets bitten by a spider. This made his day, to be quite real with you, because it made him different. It gave him something to look forward to because he had developed a whole new superhero strength. However, coupled with that was the reality of his real life as Peter Parker. He felt abandoned. He had feelings of abandonment, shame, guilt, anxiety, and depression. Where did this come from? So his parents died in a plane crash. He was raised by his uncle and his aunt. Life was difficult until he gets bitten by a spider and life becomes a bit more complicated. Peter never really succeeded in the world of being accepted by others. His main problem was feeling rejected. As humans, we are constantly seeking acceptance. We're constantly seeking approval, and we are constantly moving away from being rejected, all of which Peter Parker was trying to achieve. When he became Spider-Man, it was his way of making amends, putting things right, activating the side of him which he had never explored as a young child. He was able to be strong, fast, unique, witty, funny, engaging, charismatic. But as Peter Parker, he was none of those things. When he had first found his superhero powers, he had the misfortune of being misguided by his need to be loved. And so he joined the wrestling team. He did a few egotistical acts. And in doing so, he let a man go free. And the man that he let go free ended up being the killer of his uncle. Now, this put Peter into an immense amount of guilt and shame. So this was the first sign of noticing that Spider-Man has emotional issues. In fact, we all have emotional issues because we are all emotional. Everything we do is driven by emotion. Anybody that tells you that they are not emotional, not true. Absolutely everything is emotional. An advert on TV, where you're going to go tomorrow, what are you going to do today? Peter Parker he was caught up in his emotions, mainly because he didn't feel accepted and he didn't feel approved of. While he let the killer go, which had killed his uncle, and he had noticed that this was the same guy that he could have actually stopped, and he didn't, he was filled with guilt and shame. Guilt and shame, very, very, very strong emotions. And this was his driving force in order to rid himself of it by being a do-gooder. But it didn't kind of work out that way, because he was then filled with anxiety, fear of being identified, fear of actually being what he thought he was, the puny Peter Parker. If you are used to the cartoons, you'll remember that this is what they called him, the puny Peter Parker, known as a nothing, he wasn't interested in any way whatsoever. So becoming Spider-Man was a big deal for him, but it didn't leave him without his negative, unhealthy emotions. And this is a synopsis of the mental health of Spider-Man. Tortured Superhero. The point of these videos is to demonstrate that even superheroes have mental health issues, and that it can be dealt with. And it also depends on how you view it. I'm focusing on men's mental health, the silent crises, and I am using Spider-Man as the pin-up of understanding. So please join me in my next video, Spider-Man Under Stress, where you'll learn about what stress is, where Spider-Man has been under immense stress, what his symptoms were, what he actually did and how he overcame it. And I'll be supporting using CBT techniques and ideas and practices. I'm a psychotherapist, and this is what I do on a daily basis at the Priory. Below will be links to the Priory website, to my website, and to various websites supporting men's mental health. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Desiree Shaw, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now. Psychotherapy. Anxiety. I Spiderman off.